Squeeb, and welcome to my podcast where I travel around the multiverse talking to all of my friends. I had a time travel machine. It lets me go places. It lives inside my body with millions, maybe billions, sometimes trillions of people as well inside my liminal space. I also sell juices. Anyways, my first guest today, this isn't my first episode, but it's my first guest of today, a brand new day, a great day, is my friend and former therapy pet, Castro. He's a wanted space criminal. Well, no longer was a wanted space criminal. Um, and he did community service for me as my therapy animal. So thank you for coming on to Castro.
Thank you for having me. It's a big honor to be here again with you, Squeeb. Uh, it's really great work that we did together, I think. I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing in the Milky Way. I mean, I'd probably be just sucking up asteroid belts. That's what they call it on the streets. Anyways, neither here nor there, but it's really good to be here and, reformed, reformed, no longer wanted.
Yeah, it's great to see you turn it around, you know. I always check in on you, make my home calls, make sure you're doing okay, make sure you're staying away from the moon powder that I know you love.
It's just never ending, you know how it is. That's how it starts with a guy like me, you know. Well, I said guy, not so much guy as a void wrapped in a carcass of a human shell that I got way back in my earlier life years.
Yeah, now for those of you who don't know to Castro, sorry, I had a stroke there.
Yeah,
Um,
happens.
yeah, he does have a hole in his stomach that leads to a void that sucks in a lot of things. So you have sucked in multiple asteroid belts. That's not a euphemism for
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, no. I so in my youth, I was just a Spitfire kid, and what are you gonna do? You just go into astro school, and you're learning how not to get sucked into the gravity of several other suns, and still you you do your best, but get sucked into the sun, and what they don't tell you is they got black holes on those suns, and then those black hole districts they do whatever, so you got to do whatever it takes. To Castro's no pussy, so I had to show that I was an indomitable force, not to be reckoned with. Um, I did how my mother showed me. I opened up my chest on the first day in the black hole district, and I sucked in the whole district in the belt. So it's kind of like I got bragging rights, but wipe them off, the face of history.
So you've always, when you were born, you had the black hole in you.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of just a gust until they could corral my spirit and just stuff it into a taxidermied guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
And
yeah.
and you said you did this at what age was did you suck in the black hole district?
Oh, I was probably 13.
Okay, and that started your reign of terror on the multiverse.
Yeah, the thing about it is it's kind of like uh I know you've done some stints on Earth. You ever see that movie Crank? Where he needs all the electricity and his heart's gonna stop if he doesn't get that. That's what it's like when you have the dust. It's like you suck up one asteroid belt and it's like, holy, I could eat a whole cow, right? That's what they say on that planet, cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could eat a whole one.
And you then from there you go on a string of terrorism, some would call it. where you jumped from planet to planet, sucking in asteroid belts, sucking in districts. You killed a mayor one time.
Yeah, I did kill a mayor of like a. It was a cool microbial germ town.
Yeah.
Um, it was pretty much some of my most how you say concise work. Uh, I managed to get my void. Normally it's you know, and nowadays I learned how to control it. But I got it into like a little pencil, and I slurped them up like a micro boba.
Oh,
Yeah. And the reason was because he was raised in Texas, and and he's being like a germ racist. Yeah. Is
yeah.
the I've got morals, and I heard about that. The issue is that it's kind of just like the other issue with the asteroid belt is that when I did suck up the mare, it just took me a many of years, but I did end up sucking up the whole ecosystem, the whole the
It
galaxy
was
of
very tiny.
yeah, it was it yeah, I just worth it.
Worth it?
I mean, yeah, I did my time. I can say that. It was worth it.
Yeah,
To my community service, I met a gelatinous you.
you did. And when you first came to me, I wasn't sure I could turn you around.
Yeah.
I thought that you may have been a hopeless case. I almost had to store you in my liminal space and eat you. Um, but you went around to it. You came around.
Yeah, that was scary. You liminal space for me. It was like, damn, I'm the void. And you tried to put me in one. And it's like, you're a void, you got your liminal space, but it's like a box. And DeCastro's never been in a box. I was never even in a womb. Fun thing about me. I said I was a gust. So
And I think this was a great lesson in showing you empathy. Because when you suck people into your void, where do they go? What do they experience? So it really makes you think about who do I suck into my void? Who do I not suck into it? And I think you staying inside my liminal space for like, I think it was 2 minutes, it helped to show you what an option could be like.
yeah, I mean, there was you got whole towns in there. I mean, cities, worlds.
Yeah,
It's really confusing. I mean, but it's commendable. It's commendable what you got in there. It's people starting families and businesses. I mean, they got waves of crypto. It's crazy.
yeah. And I run a spa in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
because when you come out, your skin's really soft. Like, do you remember? All your pimples were gone.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, yeah. That was great because I've been walking around in this cadaver for too long, really. So I could use a buff. That was great. Great tune up. You ought to think about adding one of those the happy ending spas in there if you ever.
Oh,
I don't know if your liminal space is PG-13, but mine is certainly not. So I'm just an ideas guy. It doesn't have to be a big thing. I'm not saying
yeah, yeah. I'll think about it. I'll consider putting that in there.
it's just big business. It's just business.
Yeah,
We
yeah. Of course, nothing. Crazy. Just business.
business of love. But I remember being your service animal, and it was
Yeah.
cool. It was cool. I was trying to help you with your anxiety about, maybe wondering how many people I guess you could continue to add to your liminal space. I think you were having a polyphase or something. I don't know how you sex. Do you got, I don't want to know about your organs. I don't want to know about your organs.
Oh, I don't really have any organs. I
Yeah,
also
well,
don't have any family. I'm just Squeeb.
yeah. And yeah, that was something we talked about. Uh, I was trying to be a good service animal, but it was my first time. So, I tried to make you happy, but you were already pretty happy. So I guess you just hit that hurdle of
Well,
liminal, limitless, huh?
yeah, well, I think the one of the big concerns with Squeebs is that whenever one of us dies, a new Squeeb is born from the body because there can only be one Squeeb at a time. But there is always a Squeeb in the multiverse. And, I think I was a brand new Squeeb. I was only about 17, which in Squeeb years is nothing. And I was figuring out, what is life? Who am I? What are my limits? And I was really, really anxious about that. And you really helped to calm down those nerves that I had. And, now that I'm older, now that I understand more about my body, I've read through the Squeeb manual by this point a few hundred times. And I've regained the memories of the previous Squeebs, which at 17 you don't really have yet. So it helped me to get through that weird phase in my life of uncertainty.
Wow, that's really beautiful.
Thank
My,
you.
yeah, with different you and me, I've kind of got nothing happens when they go into the void. I vacuum them up and they kind of just disintegrate. It's
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of like a stomach. Um,
do they disintegrate going into you, or is it like the whole body? Like if you sucked in a person, are their head just gonna like headbutt into your stomach? But like not really because the void. But like if it was a surface, would it like, or is it like a Thanos snap type thing?
it's kind of a little bit of both. It's a little bit
Oh,
graphic. Void is a physical object that you can impale, so to speak. So it's kind of like you ever see a soda can get crushed?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like imagine that impact and you just folding into my void. But then on the other end, it's kind of like when you get stuck in a fan and you're going too fast and everything splatters. And so it's like you're getting shredded on the other side. Yeah, yeah.
No,
It's it's pretty graphic.
yeah, it sounds like it. And you've lived with this void your whole life. Um, have you ever touched it?
Yeah.
What happens to you when you touch it?
Um, I kind of just so like I said, this is just a shell. So it's kind of just like I lose the limb, so to
Oh,
speak, and then I have a void here. So it's like if I got rid of this, it's just open. You know what I'm saying? It's just and so now I have like a tiny like imagine like a vacuum extension, but I can't.
okay.
Yeah,
So, can you remove your limbs and replace them with new ones?
yeah, I could do like I could sew something on if I wanted. I got boobs in 2013.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was a big deal for me.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I'm glad you get to express yourself in that way.
yeah, no, I just really like the idea of having mountains. So yeah, and I saw that's where they were putting them on that one planet. So I mean, they got other spots for them, but I just chose that one.
So you got boobs on a mountain. Are they in the spot where boobs normally are, or are they like on your like back?
I mean, if I'm the mountain, they are not where boobs are supposed to be. No.
Okay, where are they?
Um, kind of in like a, it's like if I had pockets, like yeah, like where pockets ought to be. I can't stand there. I, it's embarrassing sometimes.
So when you reach into your pocket, you're just grabbing your tits.
Yeah, are we all?
Well, I'm sure those of us that have tits there do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I can turn into anything, so I could do that.
I think it's a part of the experience of free will. It's
Yeah.
necessary. I might get rid of them. Might move them around. Maybe I try them on the top of my feet.
Yeah. You can try all these different fun placements like a game. Where's my boobs now?
Yeah, it helps when you just a gust and a cadaver. It's like fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so you keep mentioning the cadaver part.
Yeah.
Is any part of your body have to be fixed there, or could you take off your head and remove your full torso and put in new things there and change your appearance around?
Like, could I put on like a TV on my head and be a person, or like talk or something?
Yeah, or like, are there any like vital organs where if your head comes, like your arms can come off, but if your head comes off, are you still alive? Or do you
Oh,
get what I mean there?
yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of got mm, I kind of got like the sploosh in me. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing where it's like it's like there was nothing and it was dark and then there bah. I got the bah in me. So
Okay.
I don't really need the head. I just need the like the stardust. What do you call it? Like the Big Bang. The big
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that in me. So it's kind of like the light doesn't go out, but I could disperse. Like say you cracked me open. If I didn't have enough of me closed up, I could disperse, and that could just be really fucking annoying to me because I'd have to. It would take a couple of light years to, reform and coagulate into like a thing again, and then I'd have to find a new cadaver, and that's difficult because most things can't handle my voidness. But
Oh, okay. So what makes a good host for your void?
um, that's a great question. I think I like this one just because it's got good Wi-Fi signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I always get cell service in this one. I don't know how to explain it. It really doesn't matter to me what it looks like because I'm just kind of. I mean, I used to just kind of just eat stuff in my void, so to speak, and just kind of go on with life. But nowadays, I try to do something else after my good community service and to keep my parole officer off my back and to explore the rest of the galaxy. Yeah.
I think that makes sense. And now how has parole been treating you since you've been out? Have you been a good boy? You can
Uh,
tell me.
well, it's been difficult without your Squeeb. I'm not gonna lie. Not having someone who knows what it's like to be a void. But I've been doing more community service on my own.
That's
I
good.
go to towns that are, let's say they are in the past, not medieval or nothing, but maybe they don't have access to like today's news. I go there and I help them out with their lore, like the boy who cried wolf. Oh no, something's eating all the chickens. You know, that boy didn't cry wolf. If I go there after him and I open my void and I suck up all the chickens, just a couple of chickens, to help that boy not be a liar. Or, I, come through as a tornado or something. It's just it's helpful to keep people, you know. Sometimes I'm acting like fate. You say something, oh wow, the sky's gray, maybe there's gonna be a storm today. I come through as a storm and I start sucking stuff up and meeting mailboxes and you don't know, you know.
So so you're kind of like a dirty deeds like mercenary where anybody can hire you to fill in something, whether it's the chickens or a natural disaster or oh no, I crashed the car type thing.
Yeah, oh no, my car's been stolen. Oh no, I really wish my insurance company would cover this. I can make you an insurance claim like that. I kind of like small jobs for hire a little bit, but also just for me, sometimes I just eat the chickens.
Yeah, now, when you eat stuff into your void, do you get fed? Like, is it like when a normal person eats like a chicken finger, or in my case, when I drink scream plant juice?
It does provide nutrients. It's just kind of also like it's kind of like you ever hear about those they got these lemurs on planet Earth and they
Yeah,
like they like to they'll like crack open certain insects that are like they'll sting them, right? But they
yeah,
crack them up. They get them drunk, so to speak, off the power. So it's like, oh my God, this could kill me. And so it's like I'm being fed, but it's also like drugs a little bit. So that's why it's good for me to do the chickens like it's like a micro dose. Not cold turkey because I am a void. I'm always going to be a void. That's what Takastro is. That's what Mama said Takastro was always going to be, and that's that.
Well,
But
hey, I know we haven't talked in a while. That's not true.
what do you mean?
Listen, you're not always gonna have to be a void.
What else am I going to be? I
You can
just
be Castro. You can be Tack. For sure, you know. You can walk around and work finance if you
find.
want to. Yeah, you know how to control the void. You can stop it.
You trying to get in my head like you used to, Squeeb? You trying to therapy me? That's why I couldn't be a therapy animal anymore. Therapy me.
Here, listen, you gotta let it in. You gotta let it in to here.
Always, I always let it in.
Not there. Don't let it into your chest. Let it into your heart.
Damn it, Squeeb, you're so convincing.
Thank you.
Like, it's okay. I mean, I guess if I'm not a void, I do like art.
Yeah. See? There we go.
Sometimes when I'm done with the chickens, I make crop circles.
Yeah.
It's pretty good work.
See? And now you're going to a lot of these lesser developed planets and solar systems, right? You could go to a futuristic one, learn some medicine, learn some agriculture, and then you go to these other lesser developed worlds and you can help them learn how to do that. You can be a productive member of not just society, of the solar system.
So you're telling me that I could not be a void, but contribute to the whole?
Yeah, you can help to fill their voids.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I could be a hero. I don't have to be a villain, you mean? That's crazy.
Yeah, your fate is not written to Castro.
I wish I could tell my parole officer.
Why can't you?
Hmm?
Why can't you tell your parole officer?
Hmm. Uh, we just aren't on good terms right now.
To Castro, what did you do?
Uh, you know, I didn't tell him, but I avoided his grandparents.
To
He
Castro.
knows I did it, and it's just because he was always on my back and he's asking me, he's like, hey, I'll write you good reports and I'll check all your boxes if you get me this and that from the black districts, black hole suns around the galaxy. You think I'm not some chump. He said, you would, who you think you're talking to? His grandparents had it coming. They were getting up there, you know.
To Castro. You didn't have to do that.
No, but haven't
What
heard from him.
is this man's name? Tell me his name.
You don't need to. You don't
Tell
even
me
need.
his name. I will put you back in my liminal space.
All right, all right. Jesus. All right. His name was Colson.
Olson?
Colson Pateros.
Olson Pateros. Okay. What planet is he on right now?
Yeah. What's the one? The yeah. The orange one.
The orange one?
Yeah, the orange one with the stuff. The way
Orange
fine.
Landia?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's at Orange Landia right now.
Yeah. That's where I heard the funerals it's gonna be. So
All right, I'm gonna go have a word with him, and you're gonna have a new parole officer, okay?
always another leash with you people. All right,
No, it's not a leash. It's a door that's opening.
you losing me.
You know what? I'll leave it there. I think you've had enough of a breakthrough for today.
Yeah,
Remember, you can be a hero.
yeah. I does Hero start on does Hero start on Monday, or can I maybe visit a small town in the meantime and just one last void out? You think?
You get 4 chickens.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Not 5. 4 chickens.
Okay, four.
4 chickens, and then you can start and be a productive member of society. Go to a small town, eat their chickens, and then show them the wondrous world that is crops.
Okay. All
See,
right.
you're helping them.
Okay. Then I come back when they make more chickens.
No,
Transaction. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
no,
Business.
no, no.
No, I think business.
To Castro, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, this is just like the Black Hole Sun District. Astro Johnny told me all about it. This is how you get top brass. You get the people in demand, and you give them what they need, not what they fucking want.
No, no. All right,
You're a twisted fucking slime ball. That's why I knew we had something in common.
to Castro, you know that's not what I meant. I will put you in that liminal space.
Okay, jeez.
No more chickens now.
It's just a long-term business idea. It doesn't have to come to fruition. We'll sit on it. 4 chickens for now.
No chickens now. You lost chicken privileges.
It's just terrible.
What was that? You mumbled.
This is terrible. This is terrible work.
Well, you know what? Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, bud. I'm saying this because I care about you.
No, they told me there'd be guys like you who try to put you in the void. You had pretty good advice before I put him in mine. It's all right. I get it. You're big void right now. You're top brass. Whatever.
All right. You know what? If that's what I need to be to help you through it, that's what I'll be.
Come
Now
on.
you can also introduce them to the wonderful world of Scream Juice.
Oh, so this is an MLM thing.
No, no, I just want to sell my juice, and it's wonderful. It's full of nutritious vitamins and minerals.
Okay,
You can bring a few with you. You can bring a few with you, and then you can sell them on it.
sure.
All
I'll
right,
just bring a few. I'll just bring a few, and I'll sign them up for your email list. And I'll take a little cut off the top.
all right. See, now you're being a real businessman. You're selling door to door in a legal way.
Now it's a business, but I take the chickens and give them back, and you don't want me to. All
That's
right,
different. That's different. That is different.
it's all chickens and dust to me.
Don't be like that.
It's how voids are.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll give you the juices afterwards, and we can work this out off camera.
All
But
right.
thank you. Thank you to Castro for joining me on this podcast expedition. It's been great catching up with you. You have a lot of work to do, but you're much better than when you started.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I'm still in my 30s, as in, 30,000s.
You have plenty of time to right the ship.
Yeah, yeah, who's to say how many chickens I kill on the way?
Right? No more chickens.
No, I heard you. There's hope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Potential. Yeah.
De Castro, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
okay.
doing great. I believe in you and I love you.
Okay. Okay.
Just because you're a void doesn't mean you're empty inside.
It might, but
No, it
okay.
doesn't. No.
I don't like your gooey feelings. Put them away.
All right, I'll put them away. But just give me one hug.
Ah, die.
Bring it in. Bring it in the squeeb.
No, no, you're trying to put me in yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to put you in me.
I'll give you a high five.
All
That's
right.
all. That's it.
You feel better?
If it's slimy, better. Yeah, fine.
See, there we go.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Go ahead, sorry.
it wasn't so bad, you know.
See, growth.
Yeah,
We'll work on it. I'll keep checking in on you, making sure you're okay, all right, bud?
yeah. All right. We'll do this again next week.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to our podcast. Today, you got really good life advice, and you got to see somebody who changed their life a little.
A little.